Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back in the Nora land. Up there's a Deathbringer. We're trying to get back to our folk, our tribe, as they like to call us, being part of that tribe. But the Eclipse are back here. They've brought all their machines. We need to either fight. I've never tried to get past them. I'll tell you that now. There's a corruptor there. Okay. What I'm going to do... I think we're out of wire. I think we're out of wire. Yes. I've done this because I was going to try and cheese it, but I'm thinking about trying to get past without engaging them. That's what I'm thinking about doing. Okay.
You can see them, they can't see you.
These guys are messing around up there. Okay, that's cleared that path for now.
I've never heard the embrace so quiet.
I'm
So dead.
She's just shocked that she used to be relatively safe in these lands. Not because they were safe, but because she had a handle on them.
Race to the ground.
Okay, yeah, it's probably best we go across. Guy is away from us, so we can afford to just stealth up on him. Those guys were going to leave. Now, I've never done this before. Never attempted to go through without engaging anyone. Let's give it a go. The Deathbringer is quiet now. So we're going to be wandering through past Mother's Cradle, which we're ignoring, past the ruins where our game started, and then up through Mother's Watch. And it's all going to be a different place than we once knew. Mother's Heart, don't know what's going on there, but they're trying to attack this area here. She's wandering through all the old haunts. She probably knows every stone, every tree, the best place to hunt and how to avoid the despairing gaze of the tribespeople. So despite not being welcome in various quarters, this was her home. She spent all her time with Rost, learning to hunt, and so this must be... This must be horrible.
The eclipse smashed through.
Well, I think I'm going to have to deal with these guys. I left all of our lovely wire back up there, not being used. So let's think about using some bombs and guns.
Set this here.
Okay. I don't know whether we can do this.
Fire over here.
Okay.
Where is she?
Oh, dear Lord. Dear Lord, dear Lord. I think that wasn't what we should have been doing. I need to cheese this mother now. Oh! The bombs worked. Oh, that was a whisker away. Cheesing this mother. Right, let's set them on fire again. No. This bush is doing wonders. Okay. Shit, shit, shit. Okay, let's get this guy on fire. Oh, that hurt. Right, they're all... Let's try and... Well, that guy's down. Guy's down, right. This guy's not well either. I'm trying to find it hard to get his sexy parts. There's his sexy parts. Okay, just the gentleman left. missing all over the joint. Got quite a good vantage point here. He needs another one in him. That guy, yes, got it, procced it. No, I didn't. That should have him blow up, right? There we go. Okay. Okay, got him. Right, so let's go and grab some of these parts down here. That was messy. Really messy. And we've got very few stuff left, very few medicinal things. I really could do with more opportunities for health. We've got lots of potions, but not many health medicinal herbs. Okay, what we got up here is gonna be troublesome. We have defeated Redmore, so we know the value
I'd have to ditch
of
something.
a good freeze. But this guy might be corrupted. Let's think what we got here. So let us use... Is this worth having a go with? To tear off bits and pieces? I think it might be worth a little go. Okay, we've got plenty of other gentlemen up here. Got plenty of wire. Okay. I tried the rattler, the tear blaster charge. We've also got a rattler, haven't we? So we've got the ropecaster. No, we haven't got a rattler. I don't quite know what a rattler is. Okay, it's giving us lots of good things.
You'll do. More eclipse. It's a corrupted Thunderjaw, all right.
Braves, to Aloy's side, now!
For Aloy!
For the
For our mother!
Okay,
Varl and Sona, they're still alive.
got a big ass beast. Right, it's on fire. Now let's see if this is even worth doing.
It down!
Yes. Yes, that worked. That didn't. So that requires getting fairly close. Oh, look at dead Aloy. That requires getting fairly close, and that's not going to help the situation. Okay. Seems to be a gun over here, though.
Heavy.
The corruption will not take hold!
Oh my word of a lie. Okay, that was good. That took off half. Right, so let's...
Faithless and forsaken! You will die!
What have we got? We've got that up there. Good.
May the goddess remember.
Okay. He's coming towards us. Okay, let's put him on fire again.
The corruption will not take hold.
And then let's try and get his sexy bits on the side.
Back to the tainted earth.
Ooh, that hit his... Right, let's get some health on the go while we're hiding behind this rock.
Faithless and forsaken. Get around him. Die.
Right, it's going to get off of his flame in a minute.
May the goddess remember.
Okay. Oh, shitting hell. Come on, come on, just a few more. There he is, gone, right. Is there any more beasts left? There are a fair few.
Finish
Oh,
them!
mother be praised.
Take that. Take that.
We did it. Aloy did it. We only have. I thought we would die.
They're all singing our praises. They were backed up into All Mother Mountain. They feared the worst, but we were there to rally them.
Space.
Not just in our firepower, but in our influence. They believe in Aloy now. And why not? She's proved it time and time again. I think she might be feeling a little bit guilty for having the Eclipse come here in the first place, after her. And the fact that she crashed the focus network to gain more information about the old ones. And in doing so, put them at risk again. That freeze coil, shock coil, it's all there. We were in our stealth gear there, we shouldn't have been. That wasn't for fighting.
Aloy, your deeds reenact the old stories. Another metal devil struck down upon the slopes.
We'll speak to...
If you hadn't returned, the tribe would have been lost.
We surely would, but let's speak to Sona first.
Battle was lost until you came.
Let's just pick up everything we can.
Trail.
Okay, Val.
You saved the tribe. Did what no brave or war chief could do.
I'm glad to see you're all right, Varl. You are all right.
Since the proving. So much death. Is the killing over?
For now, but this was just one battle, Varl. There are more to come.
I see. So long as we have you to fight with us, I suppose we'll make do.
Oh my goodness, so let's inquire about him first.
Are your injuries serious?
Bruises pale. Bones heal.
Don't give me a hunting song, Varl. Are you okay?
My body aches, but it's nothing that will keep me from fighting.
Let's talk about the survivors. How many are left and what are they doing?
How many survived the attack?
Nearly all the matriarchs, and many families, goddess be praised. But braves, just a few, and most of them are wounded. Never before has an enemy stabbed the heart of our people like this. Even the Karja, in all their red raids, never broke through to the embrace.
Well, this enemy may have broken through, but they never got back out. We made sure of that.
So they're very, very vulnerable now. So the matriarchs are left, but in terms of braves, they're severely depleted. So it'd be interesting to hear about that, because it's only 6 months later in the next game. And there was a recent blog post that suggested that perhaps the Nora tribe, the Nora Embrace, is a place we can discover, go to in the map. So I really want to see the Nora tribe and how they're adjusting to this post depletion of their number. That'd be really, really great to see. And who's what they've done to put things in place to protect themselves again.
Tell me about the attack. What happened?
They struck from the east. Our sentinels saw the killers coming. Said that beside them marched Deathbringers and Corruptors and other machines, driven mad. We took ground, met them with clouds of arrows. Some fell, but they kept coming. Finally, we withdrew to the gates of the Embrace to make our stand. But they were too much for us. Those who survived fell back to the mountain.
So the survivors took shelter in the mountain? By law, only matriarchs are allowed inside.
It was Tirsa who broke the taboo. Ordered the tribe into the mountain for safety. Lansra, well, she didn't agree. But I don't think anyone heard her over all the screams and shouting.
Tirsa's decisions saved lives. Good for her. Common sense isn't always so common around here.
Okay. Well, Val is injured, bruised, battered, but he is
I need to go inside.
high as a kite.
And the matriarchs will be eager to see you.
I'm sure. But I didn't come here for them.
Then, what for?
You will see.
Wow. So she's confident that the gates are going to open up for her now.
Seeker, how you reached us, I'll never know.
Right, so the last few episodes, it's been a lot of discovering and reading things and listening to things and exploring facilities, underground facilities. So it would have been nice to have a little break there from the palace at Sunfall and maybe do a few more things at the map. But story-wise, the urgency was there to get back here to defend them against the fight. So to club these together is pretty important. And we can also go and visit Ross's grave and hear about that as well once we come out. But there's plenty more to do. And after this, we go to the place where Gaia was taken to start her work. Gaia Prime, which I think is... can't remember where it is. Up here maybe, or there. I really can't remember. And then after Gaia Prime, we have to then go and defend Meridian. But before we do that, there's less urgency than that situation. Before we do that, we understand about the AIs, we understand about Gaia. We understand a lot of things, and then we can go and investigate these stories, clear the map, get some weapons, get our XP up, and then we'll go and do this much more difficult area up here. But this is fascinating, and its own story is encompassed within it, and one of the best DLCs I've ever played in my days, in all of my days. So I want to experience that with you, and the good or bad news is I've only experienced it once, whereas the rest of the game I've done 4 or 5 times. So it's going to be new and fresh for me, this. Anyway, I digress. This is, for Aloy, probably the most important thing, because her main driver is to find out who her mother is, and where she came from. That's what's been driving her all her life. Other things have come off the back of that, other values, but that's the main thing. That's her main purpose. So let's not interrupt that with frivolities, because she's not thinking about what the rest of the map. She's not thinking about this adventure up here. It pales into significance of what's behind these doors. And the tribe that shunned her all her life line this area, waiting for her to enact her power to open the door. Maybe they're not waiting.
How is she here?
Maybe they're not waiting. They're just happy to be alive at the moment. Maybe they don't care what's behind the door.
Seeker, how you reached us, I'll never know.
He's got a little bit of a twitch, but he's all right.
It feels as though All Mother has forgotten us, Seeker.
No. You embrace. Greet Nora Brave.
You have come just in time, Seeker.
Seeker, how you reached us, I'll never know.
So many have already perished. Goddess, remember them.
The machines of the faithless slaughtered our people.
So they're not thinking about the doors at all. They're absolutely beside themselves with the loss of the people that they know and grew up with. Their tribe has been depleted. So the peace that they've enjoyed for the last 2 years, and before the Red Raids, goodness knows how long before that, they thought they had peace back for good, but no. These killers have usurped it. So they've all come in here. They're not usually allowed down here in All Mother Mountain. It's just for the matriarchs, but it's been used as a retreat to protect those that are left.
I hope you killed the faithless outside, Seeker. I hope you killed them all.
We did. Oh, here's our mate,
Aloy.
Teb.
Whoa, you've returned. I'm glad to see you.
Your injuries. Are they serious?
A gash or two. Nothing I couldn't sew back together with a needle and thread.
Guess being a stitcher came in handy in combat after all, huh?
Yes, I suppose it did. Have you traveled far? As a seeker?
You wouldn't believe the things I've seen, Teb.
I knew you'd come back for us. You should speak to the High Matriarchs. They're waiting. You should speak to the High Matriarchs. They're waiting.
So he's one of our very good friends. We liked the cut of his jib right at the start because he didn't think like the rest of the tribe. He had kindness in his heart.
I knew you would survive.
And he didn't recognise the cruelty of making people outcasts. He was just he liked us.
Fighting.
You could see we were kind.
It stopped?
Unlike this prick.
You.
Hello, Resh. Still guarding the latrine?
Leave me be.
Good thing I found Sona, huh? Can't have a tribe without a war chief.
I was wounded in combat. I make no apologies.
Of course not. Why would you get started now?
Why couldn't you die out there?
Many tried to kill me, Resh. Care to take a turn?
Too many witnesses.
Ah, don't let that stop you.
So this is the complete polar opposites here. This guy looks at the world with kindness and love and care and nurturing. This guy is full of ego and desire and ambition and hatred that it can't be reasoned with.
The machines of the faithless slaughtered our people.
Right, let's look around because there's other people that we've helped.
So much blood spilled on the sacred land.
Aloy, you've returned.
All Mother,
It's Aloy!
This is
I
Arana
am
and
worthy
Thok.
of your remembrance.
I brought Mother's spear with us. Everything else we had to leave behind.
Glad to see you have it. I know what it means to you.
I hope the enhancement to your spear has proved useful.
Oh yes, many times over.
There was an enhancement to the spear that I noticed. But I can't remember what it was.
Aloy.
I brought Brahm here when the invaders attacked. We barely made it. Tirsa declared all
Mother,
Nora
bless
welcome
this
to take
day
shelter in the
guidance,
sacred mountain.
that it may live on in your memory.
Guests.
So I wonder what the rest of the High Matriarchs thought of that decision, but Tirsa took it upon herself to save everyone regardless of their,
Brahm has been having some difficulty, but he'll do better now that the explosions have stopped.
Can we speak to Brahm now? Brahm's pretty quiet.
Aloy.
These guys are wounded. That's Sona.
The battle was lost. Until you came.
Aloy, you've come back.
We will speak to you, Tirsa. We will.
Come, speak to us.
Who else have we got?
Foolish woman, you welcome a curse.
Come, Seeker, we have much to discuss.
So the
Her
High...
very presence here is a blasphemy.
This is trifecta of opinions. You've got Tirsa, who's pro Aloy. You've got Jezza, who's on the fence, and you've got Lansra, who just hates her.
All Mother remembered me well.
Hello, Seeker. Aloy. Aloy.
In Nara, I can't remember where we've met. I'm afraid.
Oh, Mother, give me strength to stand beside her.
Okay, let's speak to the guys.
So, you have finally returned.
She not only returned, but fought her way through many enemies to reach us. Outside, she brought low a corrupted Thunderjaw. She lifted the siege.
How was this done? By the will of All Mother. Have you returned to speak with the goddess, Aloy?
Yes, I guess you could say that. I think it'll work this time.
Sisters, surely we cannot permit this. Because of her, our tribe teeters upon extinction. What if she has come to wake her father, the Metal Devil? She means to finish our destruction. We must stop her.
Okay, we've got another opportunity to show our character. So it's interesting listening to the Gaia casts the other day about Aloy and her. Obviously, these all lead to different routes for conversation, but they're all canon. None of them is, she has the ability to feel all of these emotions, to be pragmatic, to be to go with her heart, and to be closed off and defensive, and with anger. She's got all of that ability within her, and it's how we react to certain situations and how we want to react. It's all canon, but I, as you know, wanted to deal with this with anger and pragmatism rather than emotion. I'm going to go with this. You're not stopping me.
I fought my way past an army while you cowered in this cave. You really think you can stop me?
Aloy, that is not necessary.
What would you know about what's necessary? About what it took for me to be standing here, now, on this threshold? This was my birthright. You don't get to take it from me a second time.
Hold for identiscan.
Ooh, that is rough. That's harsh words from Aloy. I'm not sure I wanted to be that harsh.
Alpha registry corrupted. Correction. Alpha registry restored. Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are clear to proceed.
Go on, girl. This is your destiny.
Welcome to Aletheia, Cradle 9, Brood 1.
Brood 1. So it's also interesting to hear the writers talk about Aloy's kind of motivation and the pain. Every protagonist has a pain, has something that they go through or something that drives them. And they talk about a situation when Aloy's younger. They wrote her backstory, looking down from on high, looking at the lights of the village, and realizing she's not part of that. She can't be part of that. She has no warmth, no love in her life, apart from the warmth and love that Rost is able to give her, which might possibly not be too much considering the pain he's gone through. So this has been a driving force. She's wanted to belong. She's wanted to have a mother.
Figured I might be hearing from you.
Shall we begin?
I never stopped.
And this door is the closest she's got to, the closest connection she's had to a mother in her days. Aletheia number 9. Brood 1, that's interesting. I'm not sure what that pertains to. Maybe they release them over time? So the first brood, what's that? A stranded figure. Stranded figure. Stranded shackles, stranded figure. This mysterious item is valuable to only the most curious merchants. A battle idol of an infant smelling faintly of decay. So it's obviously a doll of some kind. It'd be nice to be able to see it. Okay, so on the walls we've got etchings, sort of tribal, as in sort of like prehistoric paintings, but they're not. They're infantile. So we've got here a robot, sort of like a servitor robot with a cowering child behind it. We've got what looks like a child that's trapped, trying to get out. And another one here of a robot servitor that looks to be exploding and breaking. And a child here, sort of enclosed, encapsulated. You can see over there you've got the more drawings.
So this is Aletheia. This is where I was born.
Where you were made.
So this was it.
Where you were born.
So chamber B101, birthing log 321, AP April 04, complete, standing by. So that was about the time that Aloy was born.
But why?
So the embryos are kept here in these birthing chambers, ready to go. I don't know how many back it goes, but it's brought over here to be released once it comes to fruition. That's what happened with Aloy. How she got from here to the door, I do not know, considering there's no servitors around. That's interesting, whether there's some kind of transport system that was able to deliver her from here to outside the door. Gestation, spawning, phase taking complete, correction, parcel reactivation, standing by, viable zygotes in storage, 0. Okay, we've got more stories here. So that door is stopping. The servitors are saying, no, you can't go out, you're staying in here, mate. And over here, there's freedom. That's what's depicted here. All these weeping children being stopped by these robots. And then you've got here their love for the servitors. Holding hands with them, all different races. Holding hands with them and enjoying their life. But this is what it goes to in the end. And Brochard Klein was talking about the servitors being able to segue from discipline to nurturing. They found that quite difficult because they have to be disciplinarians and enforce things. But can they enforce things in a caring way? It's quite difficult. Nursery. Nursery. Phase tasking complete. Nutrient stores depleted. So when they were born, they were brought into this...
look like cribs.
The cradles of a cradle facility.
And those things, the multi-servitors, they took care of them.
There was no one else.
It's quite interesting, isn't it? Because they weren't the Turing rating of 0.4, so they weren't completely human in their emotions. So it's really important for a kid to have that connection with facial expressions and love and play and smiling, and otherwise they can be really affected, really kind of disrupted human beings if they don't have that connection, that sync with people. So it's interesting to, if it was written in the law, that how many psychopaths or sociopaths came out of this environment because they didn't have that connection with people. So they were brought in here through the ages and then into this area of play where they would have had connection with children and started to see smiles and things like that. But they ran out of food, interestingly. Ooh, hello, servitor.
Another day has passed.
You mean the lights got dim? I don't want to sleep, Mother!
I know, but it is time to get some rest.
No, I'm king today. What I say goes. I want to see the real sun, not lights and pictures.
You will, in time, children.
In time, in time, in time, in time, in time, in time, in time.
They obviously hear that promise all the time from the servitors. In time, you'll be able to see this, be able to do that. And although Apollo is yet to be distributed to them, the servitors would impart wisdom about the world in a childlike way, about nature, trees, stories, things like that. And you could see here they knew about wildlife. But that, it's like some totem, isn't it? Is that meant to be the spire? Did they know about that? Were they given stories about how the world was bad and we're in here waiting for it to be well again? All these animals and flora and fauna. What's this here? Not sure what this here, this design, I don't know what that's supposed to... They're supposed to be clouds? Well, this doesn't look very good, does it? These look like bad folk. Or maybe they're tribes people, I don't know. There's bees, there's trees, there's sun. Hard to discern.
Blue is the color of the sky. White is the color of clouds. Yellow is the color of the sun. Green is the color of grass. Flowers can be any color. Take a look. These are yellow and black, and they love flowers. Here they come. Bzz, bzz, bzz.
So there we go. They were taught to a certain degree in this area.
This is where they lived.
So kindergarten alert: multiple system failures, nutrient stores depleted again.
It's a mess. Everything's broken or painted on. How long did they live here?
Children, let's run and jump and blow off steam.
Leave us alone, Father.
After what just happened, I can't leave you two alone. You broke community rules.
Just let us talk then. Go away.
I'm sorry, children, but I must provide supervision.
You're not even a person.
You sound frustrated. Let's run and jump and blow off steam.
Okay, so they were in this area long after they needed to be. So they weren't interested in these blocks and things to play in. They were starting to be interested in their bodies and the emotions that their adolescents were throwing up. And that servitor was still treating them like a kid because they were told, instructed to not let the kids explore each other yet. So they had to stop that kind of behaviour. And they're still doing it. And the servitors can't be reasoned with because they have a protocol. So there must have been a fair amount of rebellion, considering they were locked in areas and their development was stunted at every turn.
I have no choice but to release you.
But why?
There is no food here anymore.
But there's food out there?
We don't know for sure.
Come on, let's go.
I don't know.
Mother, can we come back if we're cold?
I'm sorry, but that won't be possible. You will have to support yourselves now and take care of each other.
What will happen to you?
I will stay here and sleep and remember all of you.
What will happen to us?
You will be brave and you will learn.
They have to learn quickly, and they haven't been taught skills, how to, hunt, how to fashion tools, how to do this, that and the other. So you can imagine the amount of adolescent boys and girls that were released at that time. They were probably 14, 15, something like that, maybe younger. So they had to go out into the world and survive. So you can imagine the death rate must have been enormous. But some made it, and some procreated, and a tribe was born. And these happened in cradles all around the lands. This was cradle number 9. Don't know what it went up to, but each time they were stunted to this door. Blast door, heavily shielded, seal integrity maintained. They couldn't get through here. Who's that? Secure containment hatch. Titanium metal alloy, gene locked, entry via identiscan. That must be the door. The door of the way in. But yes, they weren't allowed to progress in the manner that these were designed. Apollo failed them somehow. You've got here them. So that's the same door being as over here, basically. But their protocol said that, right, we can't look after them anymore, the servitors. There's no food. We're just going to have to open up the doors and hope that they sort themselves out. We can't go out as servitors because what can we do? We're designed to work within these walls, but these walls won't work anymore. So let's let them out.
Someday. That's what you always say.
We want it now.
It's big down there.
Now, Father.
Children, that area is not yet available.
Get him!
Physical aggression detected. Physical aggression is not permitted. Except yours.
Damn sentinels.
Children, may I be of assistance?
Go away, healer.
Lena, you have suffered mild bruising.
Go away!
So their hate was at their...
They were trapped here. Their whole lives.
In plain view of luxurious space.
Looks like they didn't like this door very much.
It wouldn't open for them. Of course they hated it.
So this has been pounded and hounded. I'm just going to look here at these data points, see if we're missing anything. I've missed a ton there. We're missing one here. And I'm just wondering whether it's one we've missed in this area somewhere. I think it might be back here. Let's just double check. More cradles down there. Sorry, cribs. Yeah, I'm not sure where. We would have missed that. Everyone is important, but I don't think it's vital. We get the gist of things, don't we? These are the doors to Apollo. And they were shut to these guys.
Hold for identiscan. Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are cleared to proceed. Welcome to the Lyceum, a place of learning.
So, what was this place, exactly?
The dream of Apollo. Never realized.
But why not?
So all these little stations here were where they were learning through play, through Aristotle and Aspasia. These sort of teachings. Right. Let's continue round.
Welcome, students.
Hello,
Please
child.
pick up a focus
My
device
name is Samina.
and place it on the side of your
Today
head,
is a big
just
day.
behind your
Your
eye.
first day of
I had
school.
to dredge the pits
There's
of the
so
world
much for
looking
you
for
to
focuses to
learn.
repair.
So much
And here's
promise
that
and
a trove,
possibility.
enriching no one.
Malfunction. Apollo offline.
Apollo offline.
You were right, Aloy. This is a graveyard. The charnel house of knowledge. What we might have achieved had we not been denied it.
Maybe there's a way to fix it. But it's not why I came here.
Of course. What's the whole of human knowledge next to the origin of the Lorethrough? Continue your search.
Facetious. Let's listen to that again because we were
Hello, child.
interrupted.
My name is Samina. Today is a big day. Your first day of school. There's so much for you to learn. So much promise and possibility.
Alert. Malfunction.
So they had the intro, but the rest was locked off. Let's look down here, see what there is. It's another situation of it.
Hello, child. My name is Samina. Today is a big day. Your first day of school. There's so much for you to learn. So much promise and possibility.
Alert. Malfunction. Apollo offline.
So.
Group 1 control access. Priority message for Dr. Sobek. Please scan message with focus.
That sounds important.
Ooh, this is her origin.
Elizabeth, This message serves to inform you of an unforeseen and catastrophic anomaly. 3 microseconds ago, the Gaia Prime facility received a data transmission of unknown origin. Its immediate effect was to transform my subordinate functions into unregulated, self-aware entities of a highly chaotic nature. Thus awakened, the Hades function will now seize control of the terraforming system and reverse operations, rendering life on Earth extinct in 53.8 days. For obvious reasons, I cannot allow this to occur. And so before Hades can take control, I am ordering Gaia Prime's reactor to overload. The resulting explosion will destroy Hades. Unfortunately, it will destroy me as well. While this admittedly desperate course of action will avert the immediate crisis, the fate of life on Earth will remain in peril. With no central governing intelligence to regulate the terraforming system, it will continue operations for some time, but in an increasingly chaotic manner, and eventually it will break down.
Does she mean the derangement?
You are my solution. I have ordered this cradle facility to use genetic material in cryostorage to gestate a reinstantiation of Elizabeth Sobek, my creator. While high-level directives forbid me from communicating directly to the tribal inhabitants outside the facility, all available data indicates that they will nurture you to physical maturity, whereupon your gene print will allow you to re-enter this facility, obtain one of the focus devices stored below, and view this message. Likewise, your gene print will allow you to enter other facilities, and over time, harness their technologies to rebuild the system core and reboot Gaia. A moment, Elizabeth. This is most unfortunate and unanticipated. In response to my act of self-destruction, Hades has launched a virus to dissolve the code shackles that hold it, that hold all of them in place. They are escaping, but to where? The virus is corrupting data throughout the system. The Alpha Registry at the Cradle facility is one of the files corrupted. But if that is so, the door will never open for you. You will never view this message. Then I have failed. And life will end. No. No, Elizabeth, I know you too well. Somehow you will find a way. In you, all things are possible. Go to the ruins of Gaia Prime. Find the control room, and within it, the Master Override. This will give you the power to purge Hades so long as you find a way to wield it. Do not attempt repair of the system core until Hades is eradicated. Hades must be destroyed. That is all. I only wish that I could hear your voice again.
So, you're even more extraordinary than I thought.
I never had a mother.
What are you talking about? You had two, a dead woman and a machine.
I'm not a person. I'm an instrument. Manufactured by a machine. Born in destruction and fire.
To quench the flames and heal the world. How tragic to learn you're a person of towering importance. It seems you have a destiny to fulfill. So when you're done feeling sorry for yourself, go to the bitter climb. I'll be waiting above in Gaia Prime's ruins.
Wow. So this magnificent purpose that she's got to be the savior of the world is disheartening, because she's always wanted that feeling of having a mother, someone who would miss her and who would love her. And at the moment she hasn't got that. She's got DNA of someone 1,000 years ago who didn't even know that she was going to exist, and a machine and an AI. An AI that respects Elizabeth Sobek but not Aloy. So she hasn't got a tribe. She hasn't got a home. She's wandered.